So I really hate to make this video. I wish I was never making this video. In fact, I wish that things were a lot different. So for the past couple of years, myself and many others have been getting bullied, and it just never stops, and it gets worse. And I'm pretty sure people have noticed in the witch house scene how some witch house artists just all of a sudden delete everything and disappear. Or like there's usually a reason why they do that. Either because someone has been bullying them, or they've been getting bullied, or they've been doing the bullying and they try and hide and then come back and act like they never did anything. So I really hate to be making this video. So this video is about the racism and xenophobia that I have seen and experienced in the witch house scene, playing with other artists online, doing business with other artists, admitting one of the biggest witch house groups on Facebook. I'm going to share the discussions I've seen. I have screenshots and I have audio too. I just really hate to be doing this video, but I cannot let these bullies have power over me and have power over any new witch house artist that wants to share their work on the internet, or just either way. The industry needs to change, and there shouldn't be no new networks that are unsafe environments. So I'm just going to start. So after getting bullied for years, I finally post this status. This is the status that started it all. I'm sure that all of you that have been curious and demanding proof from me have wondered, why did all this start? This is the status that did it, okay? So for 3 years, I've been trying to figure out a way how to get my CDs pressed without getting signed to a witch house label that's going to dictate what I post on my Facebook, how I look, what religion I am to be involved with, who I should bully, who I should not bully, and if I'm not going to bully them, then I'm not going to end up playing live. So this is the status I posted after all the years of complying and seeing so much bullshit. I posted this beautiful, beautiful status. And also, I am somewhat sorry if it offended some people, but I'm going to share why I posted this status, and why I mean what I say, and why the status pissed off a certain individual. So I posted the F word. Sidewalks and skeletons. F all people, egos, who's been boosted from being of benefit to them. And I was like, what are you guys gonna do? Blacklist me some more? Threaten to remove my catalog? Oh, I'm so scared. And also, fuck morgue. Now, I regret that part. I regret saying fuck morgue. They don't give a fuck about no one else but themselves. Well, that's kind of true. And whoever kisses their ass. Also, fuck Set. Bitch, don't care about no one either. Ain't nothing talented about an image with red eyes that's supposed to be live. All these trash colonizing witch house artists fuck off in hell. I am so scared of you guys now. Oh no. Fuck all these witch house labels that want to whitewash witch house and make real artists with the real message work twice as hard. And it feels so good to say this, you are trash and you guys don't even perform live, aside from Morgue, but all they do is bully people and act like victims when it don't go well for them screaming censorship. You guys can't do shit to me. My CDs are still jewel cased with free shipping, Crimea River. Just because you guys are getting off on the silence of real material you used as source doesn't change. You are trash. You aren't even yourselves. Now I posted this beautiful masterpiece after years of getting told to kill myself, after getting told years, getting my band name made fun of, getting called faggot, getting called all kinds of things, getting hate mail, getting death threats, and I chose to post this status. And most of the people that have given me trouble and the witch housing in this scene that I helped contribute to, I'm glad to say I contributed to it, okay? All the shit I've seen and faced, I'm glad that this is all I could say, alright? Because sometimes I just feel like I don't even want to exist because of the stuff I get in my inbox, and I'm gonna share it right now. Okay? So, about you guys aren't even yourselves, imitating and mimicking meaningful content because you are empty and void. Cowards and traitors, don't follow in these footsteps. Whoever sees this, believe in yourself and don't show nothing until it's completed. Don't do business with colonizers either, they don't care about you. Now, there are so many people in the witch house scene who complain that they have a writer's block or that their music sounds like shit, and then you go and start sharing your song in progress, and all of a sudden, that song that they were struggling with is out, okay? Then they want to drop you, okay? They don't even want to, and then sometimes they'll say they're inspired by you. So that's why I posted that, last part of it. For example, Morgue had told me that I inspired their song Devotion, and I had a song called Phantom that was very similar to Devotion, but it was incomplete anyways. But either way, she tried screaming, in Witch House. I used to get so much shit for screaming in Witch House, doing Screamo in Witch House, Fry screaming in Witch House. I used to get made fun of. I used to get told I don't fit the lineup and I couldn't play with everyone else. But now it's starting to become a popular thing, so I posted that. I posted this status and I own it. And I'm sorry if it offended anyone. But I'm not sorry if it offended Sidewalks the Skeletons because he has a lot to do with the shit I've been dealing with, okay? So, it seems that when people play with Sidewalks the Skeletons, they feel like they can diss whoever, say whatever, trash talk whoever. Sidewalks and Skeletons has a huge following. In the past, he has posted xenophobic statuses and just has been really, rude. But he has changed somewhat, because you have to do business and you have to fly to America, right? So you have to do business. So sometimes some artists hide who they really are. Like Manson, for example. And they hide who they really are. So how he is here, when he plays and tours, is a completely different Jake that lives in the UK. Okay, but the same person who used to post insensitively online, because he used to, he may not anymore after a certain incident happened to him. And I'm pretty sure we all know the certain incident that happened to him. He hasn't really posted anything, you know, that he can call a joke anymore. So all the people in that circle, they're elitist gatekeepers. They're low-key racist. He probably can make jokes about other people's race with these people because, I mean, they do it all the time on their statuses and at shows. So it would make sense that either his girlfriend or sister, I don't know, okay? I really don't care. But it seems that some of his family have been bothering me, okay, from more than one account on Instagram and Facebook, and I have screenshots of it. I've had my nudes been threatened to have been leaked. Apparently someone had some. I really don't care. My nudes don't have my face, and it's good. I guess whoever sees them, I mean, you'll have fun looking at it. I'm not ashamed of my body, but I'm not dumb. I'm not gonna put my face on my nudes. And I always knew something like this would happen because I'm gay, and in gay culture, I mean, we share our bodies. That's just something. Well, also in date culture too, we just share our bodies, and also some forms of art involve nude, and we share our bodies shamelessly in the form of art also. So we're not even tripping about that. You'll see in some screenshots. I don't know. I think I will share them. Yeah, I will. In some screenshots, I'm like, do it. I'm not even scared. Like I don't care. Like it doesn't change the fact that being harassed on more than one account and cyberbullied, is wrong. So after I posted this status, I got this horrible message. Okay, I have to go all the way back. I'm going through a lot. I should have a lot of screenshots. Okay, so that's like the last one. Anyways, so then this person starts commenting. I'm pretty sure it's either his girlfriend or his sister, Jake Lee, from Sidewalks and Skeletons, trying to call me racist, okay? When she went into my inbox and was telling me that none of the things I've experienced in the witch house scene is true, which is typical, okay? It's called victim shaming. So statistically, you cannot tell a Latino or an African American. I don't even know why we say African American. You can't tell a person of color that they don't experience, you know, racism and prejudiceness. It's statistically proven that most artists that get signed, get gigs, and get known, a lot of them are white / fair skinned. Okay? Like, you cannot, it's a statistic. It's proven fact, okay? And also, you can't, that's just dumb. The fact that I am even talking about this right now. The fact that you would even try and tell a person of color racism doesn't exist. It's all in your head. Don't question the way I treat you. I demand you to bow down to me. Like, it's like that type of mentality, Don't complain. Don't fight for your rights. Let me decide your future. Like, no, you're not allowed to have an opinion. Only I can. It's like, what kind of mentality is that? Like, it's disgusting. It makes me sick to my stomach, even showing you guys some of these screenshots, even to gather them. And it's not even all of them, but to gather them together to show you guys. the xenophobia and the racism that I've experienced in this scene. So here's Emma Athena telling me, I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm just intrigued out what your heritage is, what makes you a person of color. So I was being sarcastic with this part, because I got fucking so mad. Okay, I was like, how dare this person message me demanding my race, when even what I'm talking about is true. Okay, so I just want to get this out of the picture. Okay, I have a filter going on right now. I look like a ghost. I wear goth makeup. I look like a ghost. I'm not trying to be white. I'm just obsessed with, I am goth. Okay, we paint our face white. We like to look dead. I don't even know why she was messaging me this. She even provided a picture, saying your skin color is pale, and I put on a lot of makeup. And I just thought I was at a wildlife sanctuary when I did my makeup. The picture that she sent me demanding my heritage and race. It took a lot of makeup to look that nice. And it tore down my confidence. Constantly in the scene, my confidence has been torn down. The only compliment I ever have gotten has been my hair. That's it. And then you gotta go and nitpick at my skin. Like, Jesus. There's another screenshot. Some of these are in order. It gets worse though. So either his girlfriend or his sister, I really don't know. I really don't care. But these are close family to him. People that he's not just that. Lots of people that he's done business with had the nerve to blow up my inbox and victim shame me, call me a liar, call me names, call me childish, even though I have these screenshots, okay? And people are like, I don't understand the screenshots. I don't know which one is you and which one is them. You can clearly see their picture next to their message. You can clearly see which one is them and which one is me. So she's like, so this is called gaslighting, okay? The people do this to victims all the fucking time. When you expose something horrible, this is what people do immediately, okay? Hello, I see you must be going through a difficult time. I don't know your story, and I won't ask. But sabotaging others won't make it any better for yourself, and the hatred you are sprouting is not good for your own mental health. It's not very nice at all, and I hope you get the help you need. Good luck. So, I am a trauma survivor, and I've been in therapy for years, and I go faithfully, and I am on medication. Okay, even though it's herbal, prescribed by a doctor. And I try to eat good. I do yoga. I take really good care of myself. I had a self-mutilation addiction. I've been through a lot. I was once a drug addict, and I overcame, a lot of that stuff. I'm the last person to be telling, I hope you get the help you need. I have the help I need. Apparently, I don't think this person does, because they jumped into my inbox, tried gaslighting me. I wouldn't be surprised if they gaslight Jake at home or something. And I basically barked back, none of this will work. I suggest you and any army stand down, especially around this time of the year during a full moon. A whole scene sabotaging each other, and a whole scene ripping each other off, forcing artists as far greater than I into poverty and obscurity. And surprisingly, they aren't white, and their voices, you know, have been like silenced. I pretty much just say that at the end. And I'm like, a simple apology or giving back to people of color who have been ripped off would be appropriate. Mainly, maybe ending the cliques that have been formed the past 4 years. I don't know. This is karma. Either make it wrong or follow that sword. Like, and this moment I was lighting candles, incense, like singing bowl. I was like, no, you didn't come into my inbox. You, this person, the other person, one person demanding my race, trying to, and then pretending to be my friend every other message. And I'm thinking they're just one random person, and it's taking me a moment to realize, no, this is Sidewalks and Skeletons family, okay? Like, immediate family that I'm talking to, okay? Because I had blocked his account, so that it even could have been him on their, devices or whatever. I don't know. If you want to make someone paranoid, hey, get your family to hit them up on more than one account and stalk the shit out of them and tell them what to post, what not to post, and demand what race they are, even though they fucking posted a status that is the truth. Look at this, more victim shaming. It's just making you look pathetic. Like, this stuff hurts to read. He's like, honestly, SNS worked hard to get where he is today. I just want to shut that shit down real quick. SNS uses other people's songs, okay, like other metal musicians and other artists' voices, and he doesn't, there's hardly any credit to them. Some of it is even without their permission. Like, nah. That's not working hard. That's being. I'm sorry, like, no. And he's like, I don't know where you're coming from with all this racist, elitist rubbish. None of it is true. It's unfair. You won't gain anything by writing hatred all over Facebook. Now, if you're white and you can say whatever you want, even if it's hate speech, and you have a shit ton of followers, so you're technically privileged too, and you're technically an elite. If you have a lot of followers, technically you are, and you're gonna go and silence another artist who is Latino, who has less than 1K following. You have 40K. You're gonna go and silence that artist and tell him he's lying when he's speaking the truth during an election where domestic terrorism has been getting more brave since Trump had took office, okay? And lots of labels had signed Trump pumpers in the witch house scene, and they were just bashing people of color for the past the whole Trump term, and I have screenshots of that too. You're gonna try and tell me that you guys are not racist? And it's not just, the fair-skinned artists, like, it's some Latinos too who happen to be xenophobic towards Christians and Muslims, like anyone who's of a different religion, pretty much. So she's telling me that Jake hasn't stolen my aesthetic. I feel like I've been getting stalked by Jake for a minute, because there's ways to see, not I kind of know, because the colors of some of his releases match the colors of some of the artwork I had been releasing, and some of, he had a song called Eternal Rest. I have a song called Eternal Sleep. But then we also have very similar riffs and Hoover bass. So once the shit didn't go well with I forgot who it was. Not that I forgot who it was, I just don't want to say the name wrong. And I can't open up my browser because I'm recording this and I won't record it. Hold on. I don't want to say. I just don't want to say it because I always get one letter off in everyone's name, including my own. As you see, Killer Witch instead of an I, it's a Y. I'm not gonna apologize for being awkward, you guys, because if you were in my shoes, you'd be pretty, awkward too. Goo Monday, there we go. It seems like after the time shit went sour between him and Goo Monday, he just started regurgitating everyone else's shit. And then they started playing with them. And because he already was having such a good following, all the people that played with him got a fucking ego boost. And were like, I made Witch House. Witch House belongs to me. I can tell people that their shit is Witch House and not Witch House. And I can tell other people, don't let them play at the gig. That's not Witch House. They don't fit the lineup. But then, I will go and copy their style a couple years later. Even message them. Oh, don't stop making new music. Try and pretending to be my friend. Trying to get me to talk to them. Spill information so they can go running to Jake. And I know this sounds paranoid as fuck, but I have proof of this. Okay? These are artists that you should not support in the Witch House scene. Not Goo Monday, but Sidewalks and Skeletons and a couple of others. Sidewalks and Skeletons is just the one I'm gonna get out of the way. After this, I'm never gonna talk about this shit again. Or if I do, it will be for the protection of someone else. So here we go. She's like, still trying to tell me Jake hasn't stolen my aesthetic, but I feel like he's stolen mine and many other people's. She's like, there is no need to be nasty to me. I just want this sabotaging to stop. If this is all done because Jake didn't accept your friend request straight away, then that's mad. He wouldn't intentionally ignore you. He started out like you once too. I have never took other people's material and played Hoover bass over it and looped it and gave it a different song title and then somehow get Best Witch House Artist of the Year. Jake Lee did not start out like me, and I've been making music since before Jake Lee probably ever made music, okay? Like, that is just, like, who is she? You can't tell me, that's like you're trying to tell. Oh, it's like people were telling me that I'm white, and I'm not. I mean, I may look white with this filter right now, but if you were to see me in person at a gig or at a show and my makeup is sweating off, you'll see white cover up and my real skin color. And I tan very easily during the summer. Like, I turn dark. Like, I am Latino, okay? So people trying to tell me that I'm white. Now, I don't know why I was named Tanner. My mother is fair skinned. She probably thought it was a good idea. I thought it was the most horriblest idea, but that's besides the point. These people are all about race and appearance, and they're bullies. Straight up bullies, okay? So, and I was telling them, I'm not afraid to speak up about this and make a big deal. And I did, and I got kicked out of the group I helped admin. that had like 12, 13K people in it that actually brought business and helped me survive during the pandemic. And instead of kicking Sidewalks and Skeletons out for his family harassing me, they go and kick me out, while allowing him and his friends to say horrible, horrible things about me, even making fun of my mental illness and posting sex offenders on my timeline when I'm a trauma survivor. And then they're like trying to say that Jake is a good person, but if he was a good person, then why is he friends with these people and why are they doing this? And then it's just messed up. Whatever. So she's saying that it's not true that they're not, white, privileged elitists who can bully whoever, do whatever, and get away with it because they have. Like, I got kicked out of a group I loved being in, and I looked after new artists, okay? Like, there were some of the people in this clique would pick on new artists so much, telling them they don't belong in the group, what they're making is trash. Instead of giving them tips or telling them to keep going, they would just tear them down, calling them wannabes. Like, it was just terrible. And for a brief period of time, it was nice. And now they're trying to pretend like it's like that in that group, but it's not. It's like totally not, because I have the evidence right here in all of this. And she's like, you can't tell us to stay in our lane and jump out of yours to sabotage them. It doesn't work like that. But see, they've probably been sabotaging people for a long time, and Morg probably thought it was me because I was one of the most active admins in the biggest witch house group, okay? And Morg was getting over-reported madly, okay? Madly over-reported. They thought it was us. I'm like, no, it's not us, okay? It's not me. I love you guys. Like, I've loved you guys since the beginning. I spun you guys on WFKU. I wanted the whole world to hear you. Like, even you guys even ended up with audio terrorism on Hex 9. Like, that's how much I love you. Everyone else loves you. Like, it's not us. It has to be someone way bigger, with a more faithful and fanatical following who can over-report, and someone who has, the drive and motive to over-report and stalk and be inspired by others people's work. So who else could it be? It had to have been Jake or some other person, persona. And it would suck if it's persona, because Morg has done nice stuff for persona. And for persona to bite him in the ass like that and don't support racists or elitists, that's all I can say. So again, this is the Emma girl. She had the nerve to post that picture, okay? I was at a wildlife sanctuary. It was not easy to get that lighting, and I had to use a lot of makeup, a lot of Manic Panic foundation, may I add. Alright? And I know what race I am. I have a birth certificate. Like, I have a birth certificate, so I know what race I am. And apparently, I have Frozen. Let's see. Oh, whoops, that didn't work. So I'm just gonna continue going, I suppose. So that's only like a scratch of the surface of like the things I pretty much went through. But not really, like that's only like a small segment. Like there's so much. So she's like, isn't that you? And I'm like, manic panic, baby, fuck off, go harass someone else. Like, it's called goth makeup. And I'm sure you guys saw in a previous snapshot, I'm like, why does it matter? Don't I look like, one of you fair skinned people anyways? Like, why are you in my inbox harassing me? And she's like, I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm just intrigued. What's your heritage that makes you a person of color? Like, what kind of shit is that? Like, that's harassing. It's like I find it quite sad that you have this victim mentality. Like, that's victim shaming. Victim shaming. Like, straight up victim shaming. I'm sorry if I'm speechless right now. It's probably for the best I'm not on camera because I could cry just a little bit. I'm just saying. Like, it's not a good feeling, like to be hated on so hardcore because of your race. Like, chill. And then, like I said, what's happened to me happened to other artists. It's like it happened to more. And I feel like they thought that it was me or some shit, and it wasn't me. Like, I don't have that kind of time in the world. Yep. So, anyways. Oh, I like this. Yeah. So, this is my face. This is me. Yes, I'm Latino. That effect. That's art. I love expressing myself. That's what I do. I'm glad you guys are here with me through this. But yeah. Yeah. So let's just continue. And it just goes on and on and more. And I have a mouth on me. I'm sorry. I'm like privileged straight up. You didn't have to say it, but that's what raise your vibration means, assuming that I'm in a low vibration. I'm like, I'm in an extremely high vibration. People think just because I'm speaking the truth that I'm a negative person. I'm not a negative person because I'm speaking the truth. Okay? And for people to view the truth as negative, that speaks a lot, for themselves. It doesn't make any sense. None of this made any sense. It had no business to be in my inbox. They could have commented on that status for the whole, for the public to see, but no, they went to harass me in my inbox. So yeah, so eventually I just give the whole sweet talk bullshit so that I can go to sleep. Alright? Well, even though it was during the day. Or whatever, I was just, fuck this shit, okay? You can't tell me that there's not racism in the music scene. So, while that's happening, I was trying to get my album released on Lux Aura. So I don't know that these people know that this is privilege and this is racism, okay? But so this person is lighter complected, and I told them not to release, you know, I wanted to release my new album on my label and then release my new album on his label in a different order so that it can reach more people. And I kept on telling him to wait, you know, like it totally killed my groove and my funk. I still haven't gotten Night Devil on Spotify or nothing like that because I was just like, ugh, all this shit killed my groove and how, you know, good shit was going. I'm making sure I have everything. So, anyways, he called me up and he wouldn't even let me speak or have a say in my music. Like, nothing. Okay, like, he was telling me I was making it difficult, that it was my mental illness, and blah 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 blah. Like, just discriminating against me, and I'm like, no, like, I already have Night Devil uploaded on Amazon for manufacturing, and I would just really like to be the one who has the IRC codes, you know? I didn't really feel comfortable with them having the IRC codes, see, because in the days of Acid Fairy, all my songs were titled in Unicode, and he made me change them, you know, from not being Unicode. And then he wanted me to redo the whole album. Like, he just made it really hard, you know, for me. Like, it felt like there was some jealousy going on. But then he dropped that album off his catalog, and he did the same thing with Night Devil. It didn't even last 3 or 4, you know, hours. But see, here's the thing, like, a lot of fair skinned people in the industry, they just want us colored people to follow them blindly while they treat our art like shit, while they treat us like shit. And I just got tired of it. Like, I told him that I was gonna take snapshots and tell everyone, you know, what went down. In case you, like, a lot of people are saying stupid shit that doesn't even make any sense about me when they're the ones that want to step all over everyone else. They want to say whatever, do whatever without even being held accountable. And then there's something wrong with me for establishing boundaries or for saying that it's not okay. And it's not okay. Like, I'm a human being and I'm worth more than this. So around the same time, Casper messaged me, this person right here, trying to tell me that I'm in the wrong and I'm starting things for nothing. Saying that I'm calling everyone out for nothing. No, I feel like I had a legitimate reason to call everyone out. I'm exhausted. I am so fucking exhausted. I stopped DJing earlier last year because I'm so exhausted of being treated like shit. And then with the whole George Floyd, Black Lives Matter, and with Trump being president, and with certain artists, you know, saying that fuck Christians, they should just all be dead, and some of them being like, all lives matter, fuck Black Lives Matter. They be saying that, which is disgusting. Okay? Disgusting. They be saying that I got so depressed. No, I did not want to. I didn't know who I was supporting anymore. I would support someone, they would get more likes, more following. People would want to book them for shows, and next thing you know, they'd show their true colors and it wouldn't be good. So no, I didn't want to help no one out anymore. At all. Fuck that. So I protested. I used to spin Sidewalks and Skeletons music. Let me say that. When only he had like 2K following. I helped grow Sidewalks and Skeletons. I'm an idiot. Idiot for supporting Casper too. Spun his stuff. Spun almost everybody's stuff. So I'm basically telling them, to fuck off. Told all of them to fuck off, leave me alone. They still kept on going on more than one account, guys. More than one account. You can pause it and read it for yourself. Then, this dude hadn't made music for a minute, or hadn't shared music for a minute. All of a sudden, pops up in the pictures harassing me. Got other people to jump onto my timeline harassing me. And a lot of horrible things were said about me. And he just distracted everyone from the fact that Jake Lee's girlfriend and sister, close family, whatever, were messaging me in inbox demanding my race, calling me a liar, commenting on my inbox saying that the facts I was saying, were not true when it's a statistic and it's being proven right now, this whole ordeal. He's like, just really horrible shit. They're trying to turn it on me. They were trying to say that I was white and I'm not. And then I had to break it to them that I used fake last names on Facebook because I knew that they were fucking racist in the beginning. And some of these Latinos that are traitors, like they kiss, elitists and racist people's asses out of hope that they get more following or they get some of that privilege too, and this person apparently had some of it. This person posted a sex offender on my timeline, and I'm a trauma survivor. And I went through a lot of shit last year. Like, I did not need this. This is the last thing I needed. And then Sidewalks and Skeletons, girlfriend or family has the audacity to tell me, why can't you just stop? The pandemic has been hard on us enough. No, you guys took a group away that I put a lot of love into and that I made safer. You guys went and made a joke out of that, made a joke out of the rules that we had established for that group. You just went and fucking killed everything. Like, nah, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep speaking the truth and I'm gonna tell everyone how fucked up you guys are. Thomas Lynn, okay? This is in the band Lynn. Or his band name is called Lynn. He pretended to be my friend, pretended to support, whatever. Anyways, to get information to run it to Jake. And is just snaky, two-faced. Okay? You can pause this and see the stuff he was telling me. Like, look, he's just going on and on. At one point, I wasn't even replying to all this hate mail, all these comments, and people were still doing it. And then I would reply once and Facebook would ban me. And then they would, start demanding, like, prove yourself, blowing up my phone. I was even getting prank calls, okay? Like, it's fucked up. Then they go and make a fake Instagram. And they're telling me we're coming for your Instagram too. Oh, that's how to do it. So, Jay pretended to support me too, but then she decided to go and collab with Sidewalks and Skeletons. The Sidewalks and Skeletons is trying to play with anyone and everyone. I used to support him and Set. He's using Set because Set has a lot of skills with graphics. And, racist, privileged people love using people of color, for their talents. So there's kind of like an ultimatum happening because of the beans that Jay spilt with me and I shared. Now he's playing at this new online gig that I feel should not be supported. Don't support it. I want to say report that shit, but we be stooping to their level. But just don't go. A lot of the gigs they throw, people don't go to it. And if they do throw it, I mean, this video will come out anyways. So there's an ultimatum going on between Set and Sidewalks and Skeletons. Sidewalks and Skeletons is trying to prove that he Set's friend and didn't use him. When Sidewalks and Skeletons doesn't give a fuck about any of us. You can read that for yourself. You can read all this for yourself. Just pause it and look. They're trying to blackmail me, gaslight me, harass me. It's intense. Ex-Mortal, I supported Ex-Mortal, had him play at Hex 9 Fest. Here's the thing, okay? I did Hex 9 Fest. It was fine. The first one was fine. Second one was alright. Third one was a disaster. Set went and booked everyone, tried to book everyone that played at Hex 9 Fest, and then didn't even bother hitting me up. Excluded me. Like, it was like a dick move. So yeah, I posted on my status. Like, the whole time at Hex 9 Fest, he was just saying how unprofessional I was and disorganized I was. When all you gotta do is press go live. Like, what's professional about that? Everyone else picked their time. Everyone picked their time. Everyone had everything ready. Like, he was so full of it that he wasn't even talking to anyone else. Everyone else had their time slots figured out. It was fine. Complete fucking dick move. Ex-Mortal betrayed me too, and he's an example of the xenophobia that's there. That is present in the Witch House group and the Witch House scene. So he's basically trashing on other people's religion. Okay, like, yeah, there's an opinion, but then there's just being ugly as fuck, you know? More, screenshots, but so I don't know if you guys know who Kyle Mack is, but he is on suffering, signed to remission. Him and Sidewalks and Skeletons are on remission. Apparently, remission supports white supremacy, racism, elitist, privilegism. When I had talked about the transphobia that was present, Blasphemy Records went and signed Witch Hunt, like right after that same day, went and wanted to pick up Witch Hunt, cover their asses. About a week and a half later, either Sub Goth or El Cuco, one of them, decided to sign Vidal. Like, they had to go and find their queer artists to cover up their asses to prove that they're not, racist or transphobic or xenophobic, because they've done business with racist and transphobic and xenophobic artists. Like, they've done business with them, and you can't change that. And you supported, really horrible people, and you can't change that either. And they probably won't go sign any other queer artists, so I'm just saying that. And they gave artists, they gave me a hard time. Those people on those record labels gave me a hard time. So they got my account restricted for like a month. And I couldn't prove myself or nothing. I couldn't. And people were just typing on my statuses, demanding proof, calling me a liar, calling me names, gaslighting me, harassing me on my Instagram. Getting my nudes are being threatened to be leaked out. Like, it was just crazy. Like, so hurtful. Like, I so did not need that. Like, I am technically mentally disabled, and I'm a trauma survivor, and I don't understand how him and his friends are good people. I don't understand how these people are still allowed to do shows. I don't. Like nobody would be safe in these people's labels at all. Like if one of these well-known artists or the bosses or founders of these labels were to treat you like shit, no one's gonna believe you, and they're gonna destroy your career, your reputation, everything you worked for. So now this person got what they were wishing, the evidence here. So this Sidewalks Skeleton's girlfriend or sister, whatever, probably both. That's so mean of me. Anyways, they actually admit that they're not gonna stop harassing me until I stop speaking the truth, and yet they can't undo it. So they basically admit to harassing me. And remember that Instagram message, "We're coming for your Insta too"? It just never stops. And other artists, they didn't get as harassed as me, but their pages were taken down. And you don't just get discriminated against because of race too. Like you get discriminated against because of your beliefs also, and refusing to bully other people, refusing to hate other people for being Muslim, Jew, Christian. So this is the founder and owner of the biggest witch house group. It probably now is like 20 something K or whatever. But it's the biggest witch house group. And I sent her the screenshots and everything. And Jake and his clique or whatever, they sent her screenshots of some of my Instagram stories and my Facebook profiles. I was dealing with a lot. Like I was dealing with misconduct from law enforcement. Like there's like a lot of stuff I was dealing with, and I just needed her to follow the group guidelines. Zero tolerance for bullying, harassment, racism, fascism, xenophobia, all of that. And instead, she just started questioning my meds or whatever. So, this is the CEO. Joe Blessamy is the CEO of Blessamy Rex. And he's pretty anti-Christian. Pretends to support me, but I don't think he does because I don't support such things like this, saying that he's just glad there's one less Christian on the planet. Like, again, how are these people still allowed to be throwing shows? And how are these people are still being supported? Like, that's xenophobic. Hating people for believing something different than you. For religion. Like, again, disgusting. Like, it's not right. Like, why was I removed from the group? Why am I being punished? Like, like, it's disgusting to go through all of this. So again, like, suffering is pro-Trump. Even though Trump tried performing a coup, they're gonna keep him on, catalog. It's disgusting. The same record label that has Sidewalks and Skeleton signed. You need that for yourself. There's me telling her screenshots of, the profiles flashed to me on Instagram. Christy Davis right here, this BZ. She said we kicked them out, but instead she kicked me out and supported white supremacy and xenophobia. And then using the love bomb, we love you, blah blah blah. I know things have been so stressful it just went and made it worse. Like, if they really cared, they would have defended me. And when I became admin of that group, and it was to say that it was a group made by Rich, I told her I didn't want to do it because I was already getting targeted and harassed and had hate mail. And she said that she would protect and defend me. I can't find the message because it's so deep in my inbox, but she told me that she would stick up for me if anything like that ever happened. And it didn't happen. Instead, I got booted. So the 20 screenshots that say otherwise, it was me defending myself. And you can clearly see me telling them to stop messaging me and telling me that a statistic and a fact is not true when it is true. Like, look, white artists can say and do whatever. I can't, though. Unless I'm friends with another, privileged white artist, then I can jump right in and bully whoever. And I'm not gonna, suffer for it. If the statistic is proven fact, but it's like, you can't tell me I'm lying, and I've experienced it. By telling me I'm lying, you're victim shaming me. Like, that's how we keep things the same. So there are some screenshots of me talking about my witchcraft voodoo stuff, that this shit's gonna come back on them and they should probably stop and, house could fall on them or something. But check this out, I ended up getting death threats in the sanctuary I was staying at, the wildlife sanctuary I was staying at to get a break from everything. Someone went and blew it up. Okay, like, one of the trailers, someone blew it up. The same week I got a death threat. Just want to throw that out there. So yeah, that's just about it. Like, there is like one last, like, so I have recordings of Ex Mortal. And they're disturbing. This, like, is an example of the shit I had to listen to all the time. And like, I would play at shows. There was other people too. Like, this behavior should not be tolerated by no one anymore. Like, we should be done and over with this xenophobic shit. Is done. Like,
I don't want, dude. It's not Christianity. That's the thing. Fuck. Okay, first of all, you can say the word Christian witch. You can't be a Christian witch. I don't give a shit. That's horse shit. It says in fucking both the Old Testament and the New Testament, you can't be a witch. You cannot practice pharmacopoeia. I'm not going to spend my whole fucking life getting shit on by fucking Christians, and then I make music that's supposed to liberate me from fucking Christians, and then I gotta fucking hear all this horse shit from people who are too much of a pussy to break away from the shit that's made their life suck. I know fuck tons of people that are like, oh man, I have all this shit that Christians hate, but I still want to be a Christian, and I'm so fucking sick of it.
So I just think that personally, it's weak to let the people who have hurt you ruin your connection with God. And being a Christian witch is a perspective, meaning that you can be a Christian witch and a Buddhist at the same time. You can be a Christian witch and a Satanist at the same time. You can be a Christian witch and anything at the same time, because being a Christian witch just acknowledges that there is a supreme divine, intelligence to creation that lives through us and everything. It is every God, everything that's alive, and that, all that. So it's a perspective. And I think that's what Christianity was meant to be with anyways, but man wrote the Bible and shit gets twisted. But even then, this is America. You can't tell someone what what religion they can't be a part of, and then exclude them in a group of which, the witch house scene, all that. That's discrimination. Like, that's, like, it just goes to prove what I'm saying. Like, these are shitty artists, shitty people. And it's so uncomfortable, to sit in silence and to take this shit all the time. I couldn't take it anymore.
I don't know. It just irritates me because I'm sick of fucking seeing it. I'm sick of it. I fucking am sick of it. I'm just like, God damn it, dude. Why am I fucking trying to be fucking this pain anti games, trying to make everyone happy? Ain't no one gonna be happy when you try to make everyone happy. Like, literally. I mean, fuck. I mean, I just played Blasphemy Records Heretic Show. Any Christian could just say that it was fucking harming them, and then they can have it removed according to our rules.
Technically,
I believe in anti-holiness, and I believe in inversion. I don't believe in that shit, and I never did. And I don't know. It makes me sick because it's basically putting a muzzle on anyone who disagrees with all the shit that makes me so pissed off. I won't even write witch house.
But see, there's a difference between free speech and terrorism. Just like Christy Davis says, the difference between free speech and libel. I'm not speaking libel. This can't be libel. Because all this, I'm just holding people accountable. How come most of these fair-skinned artists can say whatever, do whatever, but Latino and other people of color can't? And then look, you can even diss people of other religions. You can even tell me what religion I can be and I cannot be. Like, there's other people who are treated like this. Like, it's fucked up.
Music or become a witch. And it's ridiculous. Yeah, there's mystical traditions, but those are just people who are bored with Christianity and made shit up. In my opinion. I don't know. Sorry. So bad.
Like, his composure broke. And he probably thought that I was gonna be supportive of it and like get back in line. But what's basically happening right now is I'm being harassed and bullied into, to kind of get with the program. And I was getting extra income off of this. It was going to advertisement. It was funding, my mastering and paying for my domains. And yeah, they kind of ruined that.
Well, we've got all these fucking QAnon people out here calling everybody a satanic.
But see, they're no different than QAnon either. In fact, there's probably some QAnon supporters up there. They probably support it secretly. He even admits to being part of a white supremacist Luciferian society, which do exist. And I'm not saying all Luciferians are like this, but technically I'm still a Luciferian and a Satanist. Technically, by nature, I believe everything is God, and I would technically be in the same boat. But I don't let labels stop me from connecting to God. Like, nah. God belongs to everyone. No one can tell you God don't belong to you. Like, that's dumb. That's why America was made, so people can worship God in whatever way, as long as it's not restricting the freedom of another. It's just so disgusting. All this is disgusting and hurts my ears, and I don't like this.
Pedophile every 5 seconds. People are getting shot today about this, much less what they're doing in parts of the world where they're so afraid of witches that they're burning old ladies and shit. And I'm like, fuck you. You don't get to do both. You don't get to wear that fucking cross and walk around and then also say you get to be a witch too. Because they're the only reason. It's like fucking Christians created fucking anti-Semitism. It's like Christians created all this anti-gay shit.
Okay, first off, Jesus Christ was crucified for witchcraft. It's documented. And, man, it's the same shit. Like, So you just dissed on someone who was crucified for performing miracles, which is technically witchcraft, documented, killed for witchcraft. You're saying they're not a witch, and that's the whole point of being a Christian witch, Like, and basically I had just said, I feel that sometimes everyone else hates me because they know that I'm a Christian, and I feel like it's wrong. I told him that. And then he told me that you can't be a Christian witch. Like, he just completely went off on me.
And we should be able to tell them, fuck off. Goddamn, dude, if you want to go to church, go to fucking church. That has nothing to do with witch house music. I don't know. I'm just sorry. It's just that and the fucking people blocking me. I've seen like 3 posts today where some asshole who fucking blocked me, and I'm like,
yeah, people are blocking you because they're intolerant.
Dude, how the fuck are you blocking me? Why are you blocking everyone? And then they post their music, and it's like.
Eventually, he admits that he has no tolerance for people of a different religion because supposedly they don't tolerate him. There's a difference between what man wrote and then what people believe, and God has a way with people. Christians, there's a lot of good Christians out there. I'm not saying every Christian is good, but that's like saying every person of one race is bad. Like, that's a type of xenophobia too. People who are different than you are bad, and that's not true. Okay? Like, there are good people and bad people, and you can't blame the religion itself for bad people. Like, bad people have a choice. Okay? They can either do good or either do bad. And you can't really blame religion. You can blame the people who probably made a religion, which is people very similar to this, spewing hatred, us versus them.
Well, why are we helping you?
First off, they're not even helping anyone but themselves. Okay, if you're deciding who gets access to the biggest witch house group, you're deciding, and then you tell them what they can post on their personal profile, what they cannot. Like, you try dictating their personal beliefs, you bully them, get other people to harass them on more than one account. Like, this is Stefan from Ex Mortal here. He supports Jake Lee. Supposedly, Jake Lee told him that he stayed up for 2 days afraid that he was going to get canceled because of what happened. Because of what I was saying. Saying what? The truth? With screenshots?
I mean, I can understand if someone annoys you so much that you block them. But these people that just preemptively block half the fucking witch house community and like are.
I don't know what happened to me. You might as well black half the fucking group because they're bad. Fucking xenophobic, racist, anti-Muslim, anti-Christian, anti-Jew. Say they're anti-fascist, but they're fucking fascists. It doesn't make no sense.
Brennan or Junior Catalino or I'm tired of this shit. And what's even dumber is Gonza added me.
You and me both, dude. I'm tired of this shit too. It's time for people to know who you guys really are, I guess.
That never even explained to me what his butthurt about.
You guys all seem very butthurt about me speaking the truth, and that's why I'm sharing this.
I mean, honestly, if they're butthurt because I'm fucking left of Hitler, then go fucking suck my nuts.
You guys probably would suck Hitler's nuts, I guarantee it. You guys are acting like Hitlers. In fact, some of you guys wanted another Hitler, a shitler. A fucking cheetah Hitler.
Witch house has always been, music is fucking music, period. Music, period, is our home. It's for the artists. It's for the weirdos. It's not for the fucking regular humies.
But see, if you want everybody the same and everyone a Satanist, which this is not Satanism, okay? This is fascism, alright? Satanism is the advocation for you to basically the same thing that America advocates, to worship your own way, in your own way, as long as it doesn't infringe upon the freedom of another. That's what being a Satanist is all about. So this person's not a Satanist. This isn't Satanism. In fact, I hope to one day be recognized in that organization as a teacher, because I would love to just share my wisdom of how we can, this mankind, this planet can unify. Alright? If we just all realize we want the same thing, which is the right to worship without restricting the rights of another. The right to live without restricting the right to live of another.
That fucking go around fucking being normal. I don't know, it just irritates me how they keep trying to like.
But see, like, people like him want everyone to be their type of normal. They want everyone to hate people of a different religion.
Water everything down and turn it into this fucking pop music shit that'll be approved of by their boomer parents. I don't care about that. And I'm not even just trying to be edgy. I'm just sick of fucking just seeing that shit. Fuck. What I'm mad about is that the music that we've created in this genre for the whole time.
When he said we, did he mean him? Is he taking credit for the whole witch house thing?
The rules in our group could be removed because it disrespects religion. Is what.
But it does, though. Okay, you guys are making Satanists look bad. You guys are making Satanism look fascist. That's disgusting. Some of you are saying you guys are Satanists, and you want to tell other people how to worship and live, and that's anti-satanic. Okay, there's a good satanic and bad satanic. This is the bad. Your guys' version of Satanism is fascism, and it's anti-satanic and it's bad. True Satanism is America. You know, religious freedom for all, as long as it doesn't interrupt the religious freedom of another. This is not Satanism. You are not a Satanist. You are a fascist. You and all of Jake Lee's little homies are fascists.
I'm saying. And I don't really, as a person who's not only been a Luciferian, but an actual witch, but also leans towards an atheist, that pretty much is just saying, like,
these people don't walk the talk. These are not real magicians. They're probably people with drug problems.
That I have to fucking respect it. And I don't want anyone in the group saying weird shit about Jews and Muslims
but they do all the time.
All the time.
It's happening right now.
That's not what I mean. But the religion here that we have to like fucking put up with, I have no tolerance for it. It has no tolerance for me. It has no tolerance. They're the ones out there with this QAnon shit every fucking day. Everybody's a fucking pedophile. Everybody's a fucking satanic cult. And I live right in the hot spot where Alex Jones lives. And that shit has gotten people fucking killed. Like, well, in my opinion, the reason that they're over here is they're rich English people who didn't want to pay taxes.
You want to know what's also
they've been glorified for the last 200.
Harassing people on more than one account. That's what's also getting people killed. Oh, what about all the Muslims that are locked up in the Chinese concentration camps? Man, anti-Christianism, xenophobia, you guys, wake the fuck up. Stop supporting these trashy ass people. Excuse my language. This is fucking serious. This is not safe. These people's labels not safe. Remission, entertainment, not safe. Okay? Blasphemy Rex, not safe. Subgoth, not safe. Not safe. They fucking support fascism, racism, and xenophobia. And low-key transphobic.
years or 300 years, because like George Washington was just the richest man in Virginia. That's the beginning and the end of his moral standing.
You know, that's so dumb, because I'm pretty sure George Washington fought the British because, I mean, hello, the right to worship God in your own way.
Well, in my opinion, the reason that that they're over here is that they're rich English people who didn't want to pay.
I believe all things, but yeah. So that's just, yeah. Now you guys know. I don't want to listen to anymore. I don't want to read any more of the screenshots. Remember, don't support racist artists. Don't support privileged elitists. These people are throwing a gig. Okay? They're throwing a gig, and it's in a couple days. Don't go to it. Don't support them. If you're doing business with them, stop doing business with them because they don't care about your art. Okay, you're building them up so that they can throw you away. And look out for yourself, especially if you're a person of color. Record some of these fuckers when they talk about other people's races. Man, if anyone's saying bad shit about me, send it to me. Please. Anyways, I'm done with this video. Don't support these racist pieces of shit. They're trash. Trash. They're trash it. And, well, you guys see the links to my stuff to go check it out. It's down there below. I never wanted to make this video. I never even making it, but I did it. I did it. So that whole love, death, and witch house shit, don't go to it. It's shit. These people are shit. I probably should have gotten some snapshots of San Marcos, as most of it was AJ. Persona, don't trust Persona. His excuse for, all this is that he's half Syrian. So, yeah, he can say whatever, do whatever, and he doesn't even have to be held accountable. None of these people expect to be held accountable, and they can be xenophobic and pieces of shit. Yeah, I hate it when I have that talk and that tone in my voice. I never want to look at those messages again. I hate hate mail. I'll be dealing with shit a lot stricter now. Okay? In fact, if I get any more hate mail, I'm just gonna show everyone. Anyways, so don't support racist, elitist assholes who are trying to cover up their asses. And there's a lot more to this story, and I just don't, the more I share about the story, the more you'll find out how trashy these people are. So yeah, think for yourselves. Don't trust these record labels. Hex 9 Records is a good label. Phantom Disc is a good label. They're good. Don't trust these new labels, okay? Like, these people, they're trying to cheat you. And they're not even going to give you airtime. It's disgusting.